On the whole, once again, I've been quite happy with how EDG's been drafting. I don't know what's changed between last split and this one, but EDG, at least on that part of things, I'm pretty happy. Using the Ignite, which means that Hoya won't be able to recall before the wave's into turret. This is going to be a dive.
Early use of the Ignite. Over comes Xiaohao stacking up the 3 Talon Strike on the tower. Alright, Shin Towers, remember you need to do that. Still got the Audacious Charge and a Flash. Hoya tries to get out, and still the killer's donated about it. Not much you can do to stop you, because you do it very hastily, really, as the grand scheme of things.
When you lose the leader of a team, it was really a two-man show of him and Beige1. Really, how do you show that same level of gameplay again, you know?
Difficult. Quite a lot of Palkia here. He's still got crashed out, and he's going to go in with it. And ZDZ just gets a massive sniff there. Wellington's going to come on up, but there's already the Hallowed Mist down. What do you do? Goes up with the Feather Storm. Can actually potentially pull some feathers back. There was the Rise who came on down as well with that Realm Warp, but now he's split off as the Weaver's Wall comes down. Ugly stuff from Thunder Talk. They only lose the one for now, but now thrown down. He gets to open the curtains. Setab being asked to take a bow. Flash Wind becomes lightning. And Xiaohao picks up another.
EDG looks so much more. Grubs to the side of EDG, and we'll start to put down some work on the spot lane turret. Get a play from that a chance as well. So if you'd like to chime in, let us know your opinion sometime your input. ZDZ, pulling the ult out, forcing the Leap Strike away.
Again, caught on the turret with it, doesn't have a counter strike, and the needle's held. Really smooth stuff from EDG. They've got 3 grubs as well. This turret is dead to rights.
Just after the plates have fallen, of course, they fell off a minute ago, but ZDZ has been the pick already. They're going to get in a turret as well before TT are even finished with the outer one on bot side. This is brutal, because all of that goal is going into Talon and Shadow Assault. Herald's been started up, TT on it first, Hoya on the flank. Maybe TT can show us what they can do in the team fights.
There comes the curtain call, engage on the other side to set up. Magnustone Bone to set up, needs to start running away. Xiaohao burns the Crescent Guard. Herald secured. ZDC in the back line now throwing out some more needles. Beginning to get a lot of damage done. Quickness comes on down. They do bring down Palkia. There goes down that counter strike from Hoya, but he's in the middle of 4 members and will die doing it. Herald for 2. They do
enemy team up for long enough, and EDG walk away with 3 kills.
I thought Feather had gotten out, and there is a dancing grenade followed him through the army, and he went down at the back end of it all. Palkia now being exhausted and run out. There's the Realm Warp. I don't think he's getting out this time, so TT getting a little bit of something on the board. The problem is elsewhere, Xiaohao is picking up a dragon.
Alright, so it's some gold back for TT, and while the support is dead, now you can use the Herald. This is not bad from TT, to the point actually where Palkia's dead, Herald's in mid lane, Jackie can walk down to the bot side of the map, they'll kill mid lane turret and get the dragon. This is a good turnaround for TT now. They needed something to get some wind into their sails, because they were getting blown out in this game.
Important that.
Okay, back onto the map now. Hex Flash setup does have Flash. Not a very high HP turret though. He's just hopped over the wall. Yeah, that's a dead Rise. He's gonna have a Flash. I don't think anyone's really gonna help him. Arn's walked into Aki. Setup flashes. I don't think that's a useful use of that summon. It goes down anyway.
Angel's still very high HP there. It's not the Seraphs to go through. So he's trying to like straight out in the kill picture. Arn does end up in danger from the trundle, but burns the heal and just runs away. Subjugate down into the fight we go again. Out comes the Feather Storm. Crescent Guard comes on down. Curtains are also called. Flash over the feathers, and an Audacious Charge brings down the trundle. Did not have the subjugate because he used it on Arn about a minute ago.
EDG are approaching the map in such a better way. I think we can see a little bit. You know, we saw a little bit of the macro coming out from TT post that Herald, but
you go like flying with wings on your back.
Could you imagine like a Esports grave skin where his smoke
to get a kill, it just was about half a second late with the rocket belt.
On the Akali. God, by the way, if you didn't catch the game 3 of Top Esports versus Invictus Gaming yesterday, flick back.
That's dangerous. Aki's got a subjugate. It doesn't matter. Flashes into his own grave.
The Atakan helping out with the slow on the kills on the people around them too.
Yeah, something like that.
So call it about 25 is 2.5k up. Hoya going in for the will be a 1v3 onto ZDZ. Yeah, they will get this kill.
Easy now in a spot of bother. Does get a fair amount of needles out. Doesn't have any more to work with. And the counter strike comes on down. Decent amount of healing, but there's a locket there at the end of it all, just in case a snip was about to come on through. Takes their time to do it though. That wasn't a very fast kill on the Gwen.
I might open up mid lane turn and one extends caught.
He's got a flash, will need to burn it, but just doesn't get a chance and decides, look, if I burn it here, it's not going to be around for an objective. I just have to give up the death. Now someone's TP'd into this. Hoya does get out to safety. Turret goes down. Is now in a scary spot. Has got flash himself. Setup being zoned away here as Angel gets a fair amount of work done. He's got a third of his HP left. This is getting a bit scary. Vitalize is a nightmare at this point. We've seen more and more people pick it up, and the Unraveled Earth comes on through, and Unravel was what remains of Setab's health bar.
Xiaohao walking forwards. Kind of scary, actually, when the Shin and EDG are still up, you know, 2 towers, huge amount of pressure on the map. Look how many wards they have on the bot side jungle.
Yeah, that's still the Pope's title.
Look, okay, we can talk about Roman history another time. Baron's about to get down. Let's see what CT can do to respond.
2k HP, it's just gone. We'll not be able to get into the pit, and now we can return to our Roman Empire discussions. Probably not. We've got a fight potentially coming up as we have a little bit of fun here. Aki is going to get eviscerated. Well-timed pressing guard to deny Feathers engage. Throws down the quickness, but to what end? Hoya still hit with the bullets, and Xiaohao picks up his 5th for the game. So we need to look for more. Crash down, Magnet Storm, shot back onto Setab, and he will ensure he dies while Palkia trades his life out, but the Rise is a bigger prize than the Rel at this point.
EDG's Legion loses their Equites as the Horseman of Rel goes down, but it is a worthy trade, gets an extra kill under that tower, and EDG will march on the warpath forwards.
Onto the turrets we go. Base broken. The Legion marches forwards, decimating all that stand in their way. Don't you dare start talking about decimation and what it means. Inhibitor turret number 2 will fall afterwards.
Of all the things you could say, that one annoys me somehow the most. EDG will back off, it won't be the death. Their macro player's been, and their team fighting's been good too. Doing that with a rookie on their side of Palkia, this apparent prodigy coming up from, not even coming up from LDA. He played a couple of games, I think, in Asia Masters. That's all he's had. Very little gameplay.
Asia Masters, Nest.
On NEST, rather. Very few games from him. He's had such a good performance in the first few games.
Angel picked up the Medjai's 4 items deep at this point, 3.5 on the Jhin. And this Gwen is not exactly any weaker. What on earth do you do as Thunder Talk Gaming here? They'll throw down a Rune Prison onto the Rel, who maybe will fall, but no. And Xiaohao flashing to secure on the other side. Hoya gets onto one. Couple autos down, but again, just doesn't have enough remaining. Arn managed to get a captive audience down before Arn, or rather, Hoya could do all that much. Who had to flash out, still gets hit by the curtain call. Aki's there, as is what said, at least gets one back. Maybe could get another, but it is a feel-good moment at the back end of a field away. Get to 2 items, God forbid 3 items, and then ricochet your way to victory. It can be very, very dangerous. The response then is a rapid lock-in of the Kai'Sa.
I really like that.
Make the lays around the map, make your farming paths too awkward. You just will be so anemic, and you can't have that on the Wukong. Your laners right now are...
This is actually a point where it's quite dangerous for EDG. They're not that far behind in overall gold, but again, and level 6 has now been hit by Xiaohao. This is the danger point, though, when the ET are flashing out of vision.
Flash for the shield of Daybreak, but the turnaround from Xiaohao getting that Cyclone down, gets more damage onto Aku's flashed and goes down regardless, burns his Cataclysm, and it doesn't even go off.
Huge mistake by Aki. Let's go.
Thinking about it, Nautilus nearly back. Within 5 seconds he'll be here. Spider Naughting his way forward. Hoya on a really good angle for a good equalizer setup, though. What on earth is that? That is a disaster from the Aurora. The equalizer sucks on the other side. A little bit of damage onto Arm, but he's still got cleanse and flash and all these things. And actually, it's Angel, I apologize, who's being jumped at because, of course, the Arm Kai'Sa gets flying to the backside with a killer instinct. Palkia now looking to get behind the play. One extent on the clear out the wave as they go. Hoya, scrap shield already burned. Needs to be wary. Does this rumble. He's been smoked and he will go down. It's the Nautilus that picks up the kill.
EDG, just what a fight. But they get onto Hoya instead of Aki there, forcing the rumble back. However, now, once again, you're going into a dragon fight without all your ultimates. TT, down HP advantage. Angel teleporting back in, but once again, fighting without one of their ultimates.
Exactly how valuable it is. You still got Ornot, you still got Cyclone, some big tools here available. You can find a decent angle. Setup goes across the Veil. They jump onto Palkia, who takes a lot of damage.
Where was that going?
And the Equalizer comes down, does tag on, but that's about it, really.
The Solar Flare in Narnia? That could have been the extra CC they needed to kill off that Nautilus and maybe go into an Atacon. Here comes the counter engage.
For a big old chunk into the death rate.
I got into that late. And then, yeah. Really the Daybreak realm, and it's really broke turn around both of this. Alright, Herald being started. EDG no call of the Forge God. Shower going in.
Goes to the back line. Ooh, Jarvan nabs it. He dies to get over the wall. Does Xiaohao burning will open all quite down. Flashing away. Solar Flare lands onto Palkia, now let split off. Doesn't have the flash this time. Might be able to turn this around with a hook. Will go down. And Thunder Talk on the boards.
Don't love how EDG have been playing out the last few objectives, but TT have been picking up the pieces of EDG approaching objectives in a much less confident way and using their ultimates less effectively too. No Call of the Forge God that last time. Definitely hurt them, and of course before that, no Chaos Storm. Hurt EDG a little bit too. Herald into mid lane. TT not that far behind in gold. If they take this mid lane out of turret, they feel pretty okay. The flag drag cancelled by the grab.
Oh, and a shove into the wall. The gravity field value was good. Kaisa! Killer instinct value cleanses away. Beginning to turn around as the Acathian rain comes down and Feather is in danger. Void Seeker wide, but it doesn't damn well matter as Angel picks it up. And all of the good things have done.
A few. Been around for a very long time, bringing some of the very best casting on. No cleanse. They're trying to punish that. Has his ult flash back up. Mid lane turret will go down. Needs to miss position. Need to misuse ultimates for them to have fighting chance. TT walking bot side. Maybe they miss position.
On TPing. They want to make this play. Look at Xiaohao. And I think TT might not be able to watch for the Cyclone. It's Category 5, baby. There goes Aki. Down for the count already. No Cataclysm available. Isn't that ironic? Because it's a Cataclysm, all right. But Thundertalk, who are grounded in the back end of EDG's damage. Feather needs to back away. Setup tries to go between worlds and just eats a death ray for his time. Back away they go to EDG. 3 men to the good.
He's going between worlds, but sadly the place which connects them is the River Styx. Sethab ends up in the underworld with a poor ultimate and a poor fight. TT, they thought they'd found the overextension from EDG. Instead, EDG had left the hook and bait waiting for them. TT lose so many members. That's going to open up the mid lane turrets. I think EDG just went massively far into the advantage.
And now the mid-tier 1. Solar Flare, but okay, well, you do get the Victor Flash. He's potentially valuable.
You do, but now you have no Flash Cataclysm, no Solar Flare, no On the Hunt, with a tower still to defend, Xiaohao on the flank with Flash Cyclone, and also Baron coming up in 20 seconds. Parakia misses the hook.
Oh, big damage. Needs to back away, and unfortunate, that's a bit too far.
Yeah, I guess punished. I think Xiaohao was looking for the dive there, but Palkia probably as Rumble will be benefiting from the Bloodletter's Curse and Setab as well. TT do have good itemization. They're behind a lot of gold. A lot of that is in jungle, which will be a problem. But TT do have the DPS to win fights now if EDG miss position.
Aki Cataclysm onto the Nautilus. He's trying to buy some time, gets the Astrok down, but I don't think it means all that much. And sticking around on some wards there, trying to make sure they weren't jumping Angel, and said he gets jumped instead.
Yeah, so TT have learned from On's Shen and On's Nautilus at MSI. Turns out you can just pick up the support int every so often and get some good wins out of it. Palkia thought he was safe on his side of the map, stood on a ward, goes down, had no flash to get out of that Cataclysm. Easy kill for TT, gives them a bit more time to look for a winning fight.
And all that much elsewhere, minute and a half until the next dragon for you. The Electro Harpoon and reveals himself in doing so. Gonna get jumped on regardless. Warrior tricks it into Nimbus Strike, and Cyclone Part 2 helps Angel pick up the kill.
Really big brain from Angel. Angel has been a very successful Victor player in his career, and right there just hangs in the very side of the bush. But he thinks he's less likely the Rumble to check with the Harpoon. Shows himself. Goes down. EDG can now go towards that Baron, and that 3-item Kai'Sa now with the Terminus will shred this objective.
No TP. Did burn the Cyclone and the Chaos Storm. Get dicey here. An Arcane Storm. It all got changed, didn't it? But there we go. Palkia now in a... Potentially, if it's make sure that Aki cannot get towards Baron, it's a screw by EDG. The fight after is looking dicey as well. Feather is a dead man. They don't charge him immediately. Oh, the hook onto Setup. Prevents him from getting to the wall until just now. And On gets to follow up with the Killer Instinct. Bunny Rabbit for dinner.
TT tried to use the Spellbook Smite on the Leona after Aki was CC'd away from the objective by Palkia. Creating space. Turns out Palkia's pretty good at that one. As TT can't get the steal, EDG not only take the Baron, they take a host of kills and will open up onto the map as well. Another fantastic game from Xiaohao. The opportunity around the Baron was opened up by his pick on towards Hoya on the top side of the map, and EDG do just look like they are the far better team here.
Hoya's in danger. EDZ coming. Angel also coming on over. That's a level 16 Nautilus Horn. Does a fair amount of damage to the Arcane Storm as well. My god, Angel begins to sting at this point. Tier 2 falls in that top lane.
This should be the end of the series, going up towards 9,000 gold in the advantage. Ornn items giving so much extra stats. A dragon on the table too. EDG should feel so happy about their state in the game. And sadly for TT, they were waiting for eventually to get a 3+ item severe team fight. 1xN's never been able to get good DPS onto clumped up targets. One of the problems with this composition, every time that saver finds a pocket to engage, there's an Ornal over them, there's a Cyclone nearby, there's a mark applied from the Plasma, so they have to stay safe from the Kai'Sa. Too many things keeping the Sivir at bay, and I think with Setup struggling on the Aurora, 2,000 gold behind Angel, TT have run out of threat.
DG tries to get the searing charge of the wall, won't quite find it. Also had the volcanic rupture there as well, but won't be able to catch anyone out there. Setup desperately trying to get at least a bounty here. Should be able to get this turret. It's been a bit of a pain point for TT. Multiple people caught out around that objective. Stepping on forward, hit by the electro hard.
My dude.
And the boomerang blade.
My dude, why are you stepping up like that? That is not the play. Still has enough HP to stick around and use the Baron buff. Doesn't really have the HP to go completely ham, but he has a little bit of the lifesteal to help him keep that up.
Nice ramp scepters and terminuses and all those things, so should be okay to get a hold of this inhibitor afterwards. Done so.
We'll back away. Baron buff, 30 seconds left. 4,000 Baron power play. The Cloud Soul close as well. 3DG took that dragon just before they walked in with these waves. Setup jumping forward to see if he can do anything. He's 4 levels down in mid lane. Angel, the Rod of Ages, the extra farm is doing the Lord's work here, and EDG can use him now on the flank. He's got so much XP, he can be a solo flanking threat.
Damage onto Setup. Angel in danger. Really is he? Just throws down the Hextech Rose. My god, he hurts. Angel throwing out some Siphon powers. In they go, the Killer Instinct in, and down goes the Sivir 1xN. The X marking his own grave at this point. Nexus turrets under siege. EDG convincing again. A little bit slippery perhaps in the mid game, but it was once again a very, very good showing. 4-0 2 series deep. EDG come into summer with a point to prove.
And the Alistair locked in for Hung now. Okay, that makes some sense. You can be the front line, which they didn't currently have. It's the tankiest support option available.
Right.
That is news to me. Tells you how many skins I've missed in my time. Equalizer under tab. Good poke onto light. I say that's poke. It's actually just getting so much damage. 06 coming through. Charm missing from Cream. But the Q's enough anyway. Cream, Dark Seal, 2 stacks for him. Very good. A lot of wave clear. I don't think Weibo with 3 grubs, even with a Yorick, will be able to use it that much. Because realistically, if Weibo don't give up a lot of dragons, we'll get a Weibo. Great advantage in jungle. Level up on Shinzao definitely helps. Sundered Sky to Sundered Sky. Jacqueline's going to start DPSing down the dragon, using the ricochet to damage down Tien a little bit. Q's going to hit one way, not both. Tien at half HP. He's getting a little bit too far now. Gets the smite to pop that ultimate. Yeah, it's definitely going to help. Exhaust onto the buy. Definitely helps too. Cream lands the charm, but it's onto the invulnerable. Crescent Guard, is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. Reset onto their light. Late ultimate. The feather pullback, I don't think it's going to deal that much. Kanavi flashes past the feather pullback, and the ghost will not be enough. Top East will take a 2-3 for none, excuse me. Lose the dragon, but take the fight. Tien took too much damage from the dragon, and Breathe didn't come down to the plate. I mean, it is giving me that first turret. Farm up on Kanavi, man. Full level up still. It's harder to do that as the game goes on, because there's more XP between levels. Chris doesn't get that until he forwards. Xiao, who gets that charm, because Chris dodges back. Very intelligent. Hung coming up now. Kanavi's not here. This will go down before Toppy's horse can contest. Smite will come through now. Equalizer onto 3 will get some damage, but the Atkan already down means that Weibo get what they came for in terms of objectives. Top Esports taking that bot lane out of turret. They'll get some more gold from that. Weibo, if you just look at the actual petal value themselves, 21, add an extra quarter onto that, they're about to even that out with the actual gold earned in game. So the stats are fairly even. From that, Tien jumping forwards, combo down, doesn't get a chance to pop that ultimate. Is he going to go down? Yes, he is. Doesn't get to use the Sunder Sky at all. Face check not working out. Light getting some DPS in the backline, but he doesn't have a frontline to step in front of him. But here comes Xiao, who can also follow up with the ultimate midway through the plate. Hung will go over the wall, has double buffs, but will he be able to escape? No, I don't think he will be. Flashes over the wall. Oh, and he's alley-ooped them. Breathe uses the blast cone, and he's gone the wrong way. Will he rage chase into the brush? I would not do that, my friend. And Hung makes it out. And will escape. Weibo. Lose Tien, who face-checked in bot side top. I don't think he's an unhealthy split pusher. I think you can kill him still. I, in some ways, prefer your hang on. Second flash forwards, knock up onto Jacula, flick back. Gets punted back by the Crescent Guard, and the Locket will not save him. Quick pick onto Jackie. Spell Shield good onto the quickness, but Chris still finds his mark. Wind becomes lightning. Tien. Not going to follow it. Cream, ult down. 20 seconds till Dragon. Jaculov will be dead for the spawn of it. Weibo, great pick in the mid lane. You're waiting for people to finally use Yorick's Maiden as a split pusher and leave it in the lane. That's true. People used to do that a lot. Haven't seen Ari win a game in a long time. It's definitely been worse at MSI. Another pick. Hung. Caught out of position. Uses the heal. Doesn't matter. Tien using the Thunder Sky means that he's not going to die. Exhaust onto the Vi means that no kill will come back in return. And the equalizer feels like it is a red carpet for the exit of Weibo. Even in kills will get themselves the Dragon. And Top Esports go a little too unsafely into the mid lane 2 times in a row. They'll lose the mid lane turret and Weibo. Because Weibo are winning fights, now they can use the grubs. Navi trying to farm up again. Still very far behind in terms of farm. Xiaohu caught out on the sideline. There are any teleports to come through. Nothing coming through from anyone. Nope. Xiaohu will just die for free. Overextended. So Weibo lose that one for free. Good pick by Top Esports. Very free. Not really sure why Xiaohu thought he was safe to be pushing up that far. No one was in close range to respond to him. Life, folks. I think that Weibo can win a fight, even a 4v5, but they don't know what's going on just yet. Yorick sticking in bot lane. Hasn't recalled, won't have spent his gold from that tower he just taken. Baron, half HP, Jaculov. Gets hit by the wind, becomes lightning. No spell shield anymore. Pressing guard pops early. Good damage onto Jaculov, but now he's safe to free fire. 369 uses that equalizer. Not the best value, though Tien is caught in the middle of nowhere. Will he be able to get one back? No. Ultimate coming through with Kanavi, but blocked out. Q. Short, but goes on to Chris. 2 dead. Xiao, who's now teleported back in, and Breathe just chooses not to join the play. Wave will come in towards bot side. Baron will be started again, and Breathe, you've spent so much time on side lane killing towers. At some point, you need to join your team. He's not going to teleport in anymore and says, well, screw this, I'm going to split push. The rage splitting begins as Breathe is not there to impact the fight. Walk up like that. Just overstaying in that fight. Ulting now on 369, just flashed over the wall. Won't have that available. He'll go down, drops down the equalizer to get some damage back, but while this is happening, Top Esports will take the mid lane outer turret. 1 for tower. Baron buff continues to be used by Top Esports. It's not like Yorick's really doing that much in a side lane right now. He's grouped up in mid lane instead. Top Esports, it's not been a clean game from them. And particularly Kanavi falling so far behind is not something that they're used to. And definitely not something which he's playing particularly well around himself. Jack loves 3 items. That's a powerful build. Both AD carries having the same items, actually. And that's just how BC9 got caught out in that side lane. I'm just a little bit surprised that Breathe has not been able to use the Yorick to that much more advantage. Xiaohu trying to take up this top side turret, but he's stayed too long. Has flash. Gonna get hit. But that ultimate will flash away from the charm afterwards. Doesn't have ultimate to use. Has his rock surfing. Hung comes back with a spellbook teleport. And he'll be able to dunk down onto Xiaohu. Delivers him into the waiting arms of Kanavi with a headbutt. Well played from the spellbook support usage. Hung, a player who I thought was in terrible form earlier this year. Weibo giving up a dragon. Yeah, they kind of have to at this point. They can't contest that. They lose another tower on top side. Cream gets some gold from that. 2,000 gold up. 9 stacks on the Dark Seal. Deathless so far. He's playing quite well on the Ori. And I'm happy with his performance. Not giving too much of an opening to cast over 1,000 games of LPL. Many of them including Weibo, really. Weibo cast them. Oh, hang on a second. Tien caught out. Once again, pops the Crescent Guard, trying to take his blue buff. This time, he gets a lot of Sundered Sky procs, and that'll see him almost at full HP. Top Esports, have they gone too far this time? No, because Light gets caught. Had ult, had flash, gets caught all the same. Light, a difficult game for him on the Zaya. Kanavi goes forwards and takes down Tien. Even after such a good disengage from the Shins out at the start of the play, Weibo's carries do not get anything done. And Top Esports will lose no one but take down 2. How do I even keep up with all those chats? By being severely ADHD, Cinnamon. I've just got my head on a swivel looking at everything. Thing is, once you get to watching League of Legends and streaming for so long, it just becomes kind of autopilot. Teleport coming in. X-Flash over the wall. Not threatening anyone just yet. Exhaust on the Breathe to slow him down. Chris, damaged by Kanavi, but not taken down. Jackal will go in and finish that turret. Top Esports team fighting so much better than Weibo. Weibo have been quite all over the place with their carries positioning compared to their front line. Kanavi is
Flash
now...
and ult, you must do better than that. You're a 3 to 4 item AD carry. Gotta do better. Breathe now getting 1v2'd on a side lane, and for all his gold advantage, it's not gonna matter. Breathe, for all the gold you've earned in a side lane, that is a pitiful 1v2 for a champion meant to excel at it. Light, you gotta play better in those clutch scenarios when you have the tools available to you. That last one felt like a free fight. Hex Flash into the clump. Doesn't pop the ultimate just yet. Equalizer next to the wall. Tags onto 3. Not that much value, though. Baron still being leashed. Good charm. Tien below half HP. Stacks procs. And that'll be them calling it off. With Tien going low HP, they can't really do that much. Flashing forward for the charm. Back. Ari goes down. Seal Stack's gone. Baron taken out. A minute now with Ari off the board. Was no Dark Seal Stacks for Cream. Actually, he's just sold it. Got himself a death cap, I believe, with that. And tank it up now. That's a problem if the Maiden dies, actually. And DPS. Wait, Cream's just blank Border Magi's. Okay. Hom. They have an incredible win rate within the LPL because they were on the JDG Super Team. That's a mistimed flick back from Xiao, who jump over the wall from Cream. Gets the cleanse out of Chris. You could get that up from the Spellbook. Level 18. Fully stacked Ult Hunter. Cream will have low cooldown on that. Oh my god, the damage onto Hung. I guess there's discount on beef. Steaks are sold out. Hung goes down. And now maybe there's an extra play to be made. Xiao, who jumps forward, thinks that the moment is now. And you know what? He might be right. No flash from Kanavi. Ults back into the play. Exhausted from Chris. So much damage and will go down into the GA. Top Esports were in control of this game, but the game might be flipping away from them. Jackulov caged up, but he's starting to ricochet back. And so much damage! The ricochet shred through the team before Jackulov goes down, and Cream will clean up. Weibo had the winning play, but the ricochets shred through Weibo to end the game in Top Esports' favor. Jackulov take a bow. It's not the way that Top Esports would have wanted to end the game, but they'll take it after what could have been a throw around the top lane in a turret. Top Esports had a close series versus Invictus Gaming yesterday, and they will match it with a close game 1 here against Weibo. Winning from red side, Weibo snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Honestly, pretty poorly on it versus Invictus Gaming yesterday. He got solo killed by the Shy's Jace in top lane yesterday. No, he's not. Was just finishing off that camp. Not able to do that much in the early game so far. Kanavi's just been throwing a couple of pillars into mid lane, getting some decent value. Dragon spawning. No flash on Chris makes a difference. Cream's going to walk into Tien, and he is going to get exploded. Jumps forward, thinks he has Kanavi and Hung on a little bit of a tighter leash, and doesn't. Weibo's jungle support. Turn up to the play first, get the first blood of the game. Goes over towards Tien's Jarvan. Jackulov and Hung using this time to push in top lane as well. Dragon taken without contest. Rubs up in 2 minutes. Light has cleanse, has flash. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. W lens too, and he's just punished. Uses both summoners, dies anyway. So Dragon, hang on, Kanavi stole the Dragon too? It's all falling apart for Weibo. I thought there was just going to be a clean take on the other side. Shows me how much attention I was paying to that part of the map. Top Esports get everything. Weibo, after getting such a crucial advantage in that mid lane, than Weiwei. I mean, you could argue Milky Way. Fantastic debut, awful afterwards. Kanavi. Have they spotted out that banana brush? Guys, I don't think they have. They have not checked that at all. Hung's going to go down, potentially. Has the Ghost running and dodges out on 2 skill shots. Forces a flash Q from Light to finish that off. That's why you check your corners, kids. Entering into the room. Got to make sure your vision control is good. Dash away from the arrow. Hung goes down. Light using ult and flash. Does remove him of more cooldowns than he would have liked to use, but it's still a play going over Cream. What ult does he steal? Dragon spawned. Weibo, good pick before the objective. Should mean this dragon is theirs. Cream does not manage to dash out of that ultimate. Chris will make sure there's no extra contest. Say that. There's a chance of Jackulov getting a W into the ult. Pillar drops him out of the hitbox there. Jarvan ult comes in, and we know how dangerous that is. The smite comes through from Tien, but the kill comes through. What happens with the fight now? Flag and drag over the wall. The ultimate through from the Team Worlds to see him out to safety too. So it's 1 for Dragon. Tien will survive the last of the curtain call. Top Esports, not the contest they would have liked. 2015 through to 2018, but his 2019 was very, very bad. I'd argue the Shy as well from 2020 to 21, was it? I think he had a bigger fall off. Awesome for his peak, obviously, and then he had that one cannon game where he went, 369 jumped on by Tien. Doesn't have the cask. No one on his side of the map. Goes up too far, trying to win out a little bit more in the individual matchup, and instead gets breathed a little bit further into the game. Tien, good minute or two from him. Good bush baits. Play into the side lane. 2-0 and 1. Very unlucky not to get an extra kill onto Xiaohu. He's got a lot of tenure on the Aurora pick now. He's one of the better players in the LPL. Jumping forward is Cream with a stolen Aurora ultimate. Crisp there to survive a little bit more, but he's not there to serve for help. Tien, who we're just praising, goes down. 3-man unit in the topside jungle. Crisp thought that the play was going to happen under the turret. It wasn't. It was happening in the topside jungle instead. Got the Poppy W in ways that you normally can't from the Silas. 369. Spotted up by Tien again. Another bush bait from him. Third time he's done this in the last phase of the game. He has cask, has flash, and the Cataclysm ignores it. Talked about it being unstoppable. Works out an absolute treat there. Flash from 369 as well. Difficult game from him on the ground now. He's second for either team. Top Esports have pick of the litter for Cream's ultimates. Don't have the Jax ult, but that's one of the least impactful team fight ones. Tien out of vision. Could go for another big play. Spotted on the sweeper. Not going to be free this time. Chris flashes forward and ejects the Trundle. Now they can go for the smite. Cream uses the Cataclysm, but he's wall stunned on his own Cataclysm. Flashes out. Doesn't have enough time to get a second round of cooldown. Smite fight's going to come through, and Trundle does end up getting back enough in time to get that second play down. 369 not quite able to get that kill. Flash away from Xiaohu. Q off target as well. You punt the Trundle and don't focus Drake. Well, the problem is if you focus... So I think the Cataclysm stopped the auto attacks coming through from Tien and Crisp. I think if they were able to auto attack it, I think they might have focused the Dragon. Cream casting Cataclysm did mean that Tien and Crisp couldn't focus down the Dragon. I suppose the thing they also just think they should have just won the fight. So, you know. Knavi, third item. Hasn't gone for the tier worth noting, so he's not going towards the Muramana, which can be big damage spike later into the game. He doesn't often complete a second, often does it third. Pillar into that brush. Crisp, ulted by the Trundle. Punts him out, but still very low on resist. Doesn't have the flash anymore. Good accuracy from Jaculov kills him down. Good pick off, 1 for none. A little while to buy back that cooldown of the Subjugates as well. Minute and a half until Dragon. So if there's a fight around the point for Ocean Soul for a Trundle, I don't know if that's great. Tien might just go for the steal, going in again. Has Cataclysm to go forwards. Varusol not getting much there. Smite comes through. Cream activating that Rift Maker. Has himself the Cataclysm. Jump forwards onto by 3. Has a lot of damage, but I don't think he's going to be able to use it, and indeed he won't. Goes down. 1 for Dragon currently. 369 has cask, has flash, uses the flash to get out. 1 for Dragon. Top Esports sold points on Weibo don't cross. Xiaohu now ultimate. Ultimate on Light as well. Subjugate also down. Jaculov can open up the curtain call, and indeed does. They're all being shredded because they've stood by the Atakan. This is very dangerous for them now. Where's the cask? Not going to come through. It was already used, rather. Atakan goes down. Top Esports from him. It's been caught out 1v2, 1v3 multiple times. Had 1,000 gold lead. Lost it in that lap. Good enough to justify picking them. Jumps forwards. Actually gets a hit onto them. Gets a stack of his Conqueror. Gonna get slammed into the wall by the Poppy. And Cream had no flash. Goes down. Once again found in a 1vx. Weibo putting multiple members into his lane and on his case. Cream, despite having so many resources, has struggled to impact the game. Xiaohu gonna get some alone time on top lane tower, and Cream just wasn't safe to walk up there. Tien has been in every single brush. Every single brush. Top Esports will have a chance to... Can Weibo bring us to a third? They've often been 3-game merchants. They'll... Oh, 369 caught out. That's important. Top Esports can afford to give away maybe 1 Dragon. Cask not cast just yet. Used there. Doesn't get him out of the Cataclysm, though. Second Flack and Drag comes up. Xiaohu will surely finish off this kill. Misses the E and the Q, though. Has to commit the ultimate. 369 can go in for a last body slam. Xiaohu's skill shot accuracy not great there. Stolen Cataclysm. Not going to do that much from Cream because of the flash away from Tien. Flash away. from Cream now. Sees that once again, Top Esports going to walk in towards an objective without the full complement of characters. And I think Top Esports will just call it quits on this one, maybe. Navi not safe to walk in. Top Esports, another poor objective fight for them. But this time they don't get the dragon. They still lose the kills. Breathe, walking forwards, jumping forwards. Not to get that much done. Tien, once again the hero of this game. Breathe feeling very happy to jump forwards. Stunned up, but doesn't really care that much for it. Breathe, well, you might need to can now. Counter-strike, jumps away. Maybe not. Baron available. Varasalt stolen by Cream. AP scaling on that is ridiculous for those of you that don't know. I'm actually not sure how this works, but do you know if stolen Varasalt applies the Varus passive? Because if it does, that's insane, because the AP scaling on that is ridiculous. Jumps forwards, gets the play onto him. Is the Flag and Dragon to come out in time? Yes, it is. Good defense from Poppy. Kanavi jumping forwards beyond the counter-strike. Is he going to get CC down? Yes, he is. And he can't finish off Tien. Poppy goes down in the front line, but Kanavi cannot make the solo dive mission a reality. Tien, just a little too tanky, a little too much peel on Top Esports. These picks, these team fights are not working out in their favor. Teleport in towards the mid lane. Low HP turret here would be a good pickup for Top Esports if he can finally get that goddamn turret down. Cream's gonna try and auto the turret, and he does do. Gets the between worlds. Lights has flash, not forced to use it just yet. Bad Zenith play goes on to the Seeker's arm guard. Breathe. And now the ult comes out from Jackulov. Cream burst out by Xiao, who will then proceed to body block the last of the curtain call. Top Esports. 369, you should have E'd the other way, back towards mid lane. Slow on the recall now, won't be there to disengage. Breathe spotted on the flank. Weibo with much superior positioning. Getting poke out. 369 late on the play. Teleporting in now. Turret falls in favor of Weibo to just minions. Dragon spotted now. Top Esports get it as the Ocean Soul. The game goes in their favor. 369 trying to answer Breathe now. Body slam for Counter-Strike. Tien jumping onto 369. Cask onto Tien. Hit by the Zenith Blade. He's now separated from T. Oh, Tien, he's gone too deep. Goes down into the GA. He'll have his flag drag up as he comes back out. Where's the body slam? Counter-Strike looking to save him, but it's not going to be enough. Jackulov survives. Dragon still available, and Cream goes wild. Weibo had the better setup. Top Esports have the better team fights. They'll kill off the jungler, they'll kill off the AD carry, and everyone else but Xiaohu. Ocean Soul is theirs, and Top Esports, another game of will they, won't they? Yes, they can. Impact the game. Got a crucial explosive cast to separate Tien away from his team and into the waiting arms of Hung's Leona. Baron goes down onto 5 members. The 4-0 team fight. 15 SKT or 2025 Gen G. I think 2015 were better for their era. Overall, Gen G massively. Tien caught up by that W. I think the competition in 2015 was much worse than 25. Cream jumping forwards. Curtain call. Getting a good chunk there. Kind of damage onto Crisp. Turret falls. I mean, I personally think 2015 SKT Summer and Into Worlds is the best roster of all time in LCK Cup. So I guess that's an analogous to each other. Oh, what do Weibo do now? Tien jumps forwards, teleport behind him. Here comes the Jax. And they do that much about it. No cleanse on Jackulov. Has no flash either. Great disengage coming through from 369 though. And I don't think Breathe will be able to finish off the kill. Trundle goes down, but he's just doing a delaying action. Breathe will go down. Jungler, the top laner. But the damage of Top Esports has so much extra HP. The Ocean Soul doing tons of work. Kanavi happy to play rear guard to keep the team alive. Look how much health they've got to work with. Cream can teleport back in. And Breathe couldn't make the solo dive work. Tien jumping forwards. Has Cataclysm. I don't know if you want this one. They don't reach Jackulov. Ocean Soul starting to tick over. Teleport in from Cream into mid-wave. Curtain calls back off cooldown again. Level 18 will do that to you. Low cooldowns. Bloody hell, it's a lot of damage. The armor pen, the lethality. Really, really hurts, doesn't it? Feeling you can get through from the other parts of his kit as well. Elder Dragon spawns. Weibo forcing the way through bot side of the map. Flashing forwards for the stun. Doesn't get the E. doesn't really get that much value. Cataclysm onto 4. They're all stuck in there. Tien will survive. Hung, not a great combo from him. He'll go down very, very quickly. He might have sold out his team, and now they're in the choke point. Jackulov getting soloed out by Breathe, but the cask is good to survive through that. And Weibo doing it. Weibo, they might have just won through it because Hung's poor engage gave them the answer through into it. Jackulov will get a kill back. Has Guardian Angel, has Flash, has Curtain Call as well. He might be able to one-man army this. How much work can he do? He has to do it now. Great damage through. W misses. Curtain Call opens up, but it's going to be answered by the Popular. Instead, gets the GA out. And Chris will evacuate him to safety. Weibo, I don't think they'll be able to end the game off of this now. Jackulov walking up, has 4th shots. Tien coming forwards. Wall stun onto him. Good damage to Jackulov. They don't finish him off. W less. Jackulov is going 1v4 and walking away with kills. Jackulov is doing it again. Goes down into GA. And he'll probably die for the cause, but he will stop the Elder Dragon being taken on. Good timing. Jackulov, what an attempt. First death of the game is a very, very valid one. Weibo tracking incredibly well. Jackulov trying his goddamn best. Well, that was a team fight of all time. Toppies will still have the Ocean Dragon. We did say, hey, Weibo, if it goes late game, yeah, they'll have extra damage. That Varus is doing so much work. Holy crap. Hung better be thinking about what the hell he just did in that last fight, because this game felt like it was won. Stolen Popule, get some of the minions away. That's all they can do. Elder, still available for 30 seconds. There's a Varusol. If that hits, could end the game. Watch out for Light's ultimate. Where's that going? First turret down. Wave play's not good enough. Might need to use the cast. Cast already down. Sorry, but second turret's going to go down. They can focus the Nexus. The Elder is still up for another 10 seconds. The Cal goes onto the backline. Can they finish the game? Yes, they can. And Weibo will bring us to a third game after an... One of the other streams on in the background on a muted tab, particularly the TikTok one, because it tends to go very viral. That would make an awful lot of difference. You know, it doesn't take that much. And Hung as well. Both of them looking to beat their previous teams from last split. Kind of cruel that they have to play against them so early into the split. Week 1, by the way, playing against the team which just kicked you. Flash forwards for the stun. Knife in the back pockets. Yeah, and he has a spell shield. Not gonna matter. Navi can't break through the spell shield. Tien, rather, his spell shield does very much matter. First blood goes over towards Weibo. Point and click stun from Xiao, who kills down Cream. He had a bad Orianna game just the other day. And that's not a great start to this one either. Xiao, good kill on the board. Kanavi not able to do that much in that situation. Couldn't break the spell shield. Nocturne can't impact it. Tien, first kill on the board. Gets a play done before levels. Has aura in LPL. I don't know why blue side wins so much here. As we were saying, bot side dominance for a Kalista means you get that first dragon. Smooth early game towards the bot side. 379 no flash. Does have ultimate again. 3 biscuits, which will help him regen at low HP. Left alone here. No teleports. Nothing from Spellbook either. Charging up the stun is Xiaohu. Ultimate comes down. Gets a little bit of healing. Q2. Gonna get the passive. Nope. No, he can't. He'll die. Breathe uses that ultimate. Stacks up that rage. Survives the turret. Kanavi can come down potentially. Cause some issues here. So they get the kill and not that much else. Cream alone on the top side turret. Has 3 grubs. So he'll be getting more value out of this. Top Esports. I think they're winning in the cross map. Loosely. I mean, yes, you are denying farm and XP from 369, but... not the end of the world. Loses half a wave down there. Can teleport down towards this turret. It's not like Weibo can really force the play again. Xiao, who does have flash, and this is a bigger problem. Hung does have bailout. It's not going to matter. Feeds the strength. The kill portion of it ain't earned by Weibo. Level 6 hit by Tien. And Hung is walking away. Do have the 1 item stride breaker on Tien. Can't do that much about it. Xiao, who instead going to take a plate on top side. Weibo, as always, if you want to learn something about this team from this stream, they are a team which always trades, if they can. They're the most likely team to trade in the LPL. They'll trade a dragon for side lane. They'll trade things for time. Tien has spell shield. Not going to be enough. Going to get himself impaled. Not a fantastic ultimate coming through from Hung. Flashes forwards. They do get down the Nocturne. Chris flashes over the wall, and Light's now followed up for nothing. Teleport coming in to secure the other side of the map and wait to strength. Tien, ooh, out of vision. Jackulov, no one walking by. Said they had to cover side lanes. Maybe they have to cover mid lane. Instead, Jackulov has cleanse, has flash, can use either of them. Uses his flash and still dies. Great movement by Crisp and Tien to get that kill and take the Kalista off the board. You'd think that play would come in towards the side lane. Absolutely not. Goes in towards the mid lane of all places instead. Because the shallow defensive vision from top Esports just wasn't quite good enough. Crisp going to get found out by Kanavi. Anyone else in the area? There's an Aatrox coming by. Crisp needs to be careful. Not careful enough. Gets impaled. He's going to die for this now. So I guess in the overall trade of things, 1 for 1. But the death of an AD carry does mean more than the death of the supports. Heart Steel stacks notwithstanding, I suppose. The remove farm. Hang on a second. Are they going to finish it off? Yeah, they are. Cool. Right. Styles Impact finishes that one off. Kill participation in the team. Some backs coming through from Weibo. They have first item onto Light. That's good damage. Light. Walking up 1v3, getting good damage. Will hit the eye on the back. Dragon spawning now. Tien has Spell Shield. Ooh, flash in and they'll catch out Jaculov again. Had no flash. Did not see the flank from Jaculov. Hung left alive on the backline. Breathe flashing in. Gonna try and go put him down into the bailor. And he does. 2 for none so far. Drag back under the tower. That should make it another kill. This time in favor of top Esports. 2 for 1. The full kill score. But with Jaculov dying again, Weibo will take again farming time away from the Callista. We'll get an angle towards the dragon. And top Esports, we said, hey, you could drop the dragon prio, look for a fight later. They choose not to. They walk up. They get punished. Teleport in. Shockwave still available from Cream. They can't contest for the dragon. Have they just walked into a bad fight now? Breathe, full rage going in with the Dominus. Shockwave's not bad, but it's too little too late. There's no damage. You're a Rod of Ages, Orianna. And look where that Rod's going to get shoved. Let's go where the sun don't shine. Cream can flash. And it will see him out of the play. But he achieves so precious little with that Shockwave. A little bit of CC, and that was it. Weibo, strike hard and fast around the dragon. Light, throwing out some vision. Top Esports, they don't know this is happening right now. How quickly will this go down? How quickly will Weibo bring other people to the plate? We'll do it right now. Xiaohu going over. Doesn't have a Leandries, but will he go to Molten Shield Tien to give him some extra ability to tank the Atacant? And that'll be it. No contest. Top Esports. This time they say, well, we won't fight for it. But imagine if they'd done that for the last dragon. They could have just left it. First with hubris and stuff like that a little while ago. Tien's going to go towards the dragon. Top Esports once again not going to contest this. Trying to get to some extra gold instead. It wasn't an objective bounty, it's worth noting for Top Esports. I'm surprised it wasn't, given the gold lead and the objective lead. Going by on the back of the turret. Xiaohu can control the mid lane there. Xiaohu's a great game on the Annie. Great game on the Annie. Really obnoxious playing against the Annie like this, isn't it? Every time you see Annie walking forwards, especially when she has flash and the upgraded Ionian boost of Lucidity. She has more flashes in her pocket, more move speed, more ability to just walk at you. And by the time the lights go off when the Nocturne, often it's too late. Top Esports walking in towards mid lane turret. They have the 3 grubs. A couple of auto attacks will see this down. I'm surprised that Weibo are letting this happen. I thought they could have gone for a fight there. Oh, bad ult by Kanavi. It's a whiff. Xiaohu not able to get the stun on the back of it, so it's whiff for whiff there, actually. Surprised that Weibo didn't go for a fight to defend their mid lane out of turret. Would have felt with the gold lead they had and the item spikes they had, they'd feel good about it. Maybe with the Mikhails being any extra lethality or something like that. Can I jump forwards again? They do have the Shockwave and the ability to dissonance the Skarner forwards. I'm getting a little bit worried for Weibo now. They haven't made a play in a while, and this is their power spike. Top Esports only get stronger from here. They have leads. Top Esports should be not as powerful. The Orianna has stacked up both stacking items now. The Seraphs and everything. Tien jumped on the side. Does have flash. Flashes away. Blast cone over. They could just go over themselves, though, Hung, using the exhaust. Where's the counterplay? Triple flash invested by Top Esports, and they'll find the jungler. Weibo, they don't have a response. Xiaohu doesn't find a way to teleport behind them. They don't find a way to catch out anyone else, and Top Esports, they take the fact that Weibo have been so slow and not forcing plays, and they take away the jungler. Now, Xiaohu has ultimate, has flash, but do they have the damage? And without the Nocturne, can they get it down as reliably? I think Top Esports see the path to victory here. Get those Ren stacks into the Baron, look for a fight. 369 getting some power down. Shockwave missing. Cream, another whiff. A poor Orianna game, and now he's caught out. Xiaohu gets straight onto JackeyLove and gets some damage down, but Xiaohu will be the one to fall first. JackeyLove can go down as the bailout, and he might just be able to turn it around. Not quite able to get enough through. It's the Renekton left, but he's not able to do enough. Weibo played too slowly, and Top Esports are back into the game. They don't finish the Baron, but they take a winning in the first couple of games of these series. Even with Cream missing the ultimate, they end up winning that fight. Baron now started again. They have themselves Tien in the play this time. They don't have themselves, though, a Rageblade Callista, which is a lot of DPS and Dragon. Weibo inviting Top Esports into the pits. Kanavi very tanky on the Sky. Crisp on the flank has Flash, but spotted. Also has Smite. Will get collapsed onto. Damage onto Kanavi, but not that much from Xiaohu. Collapse coming onto the jungle support. Very tanky. Sorry, it's the top laner. Top laner in the jungle. JackeyLove getting in collapsed onto. The collapse is failing, though, because the Shockwave buys some time. JackeyLove starting to auto attack on Weibo. I think they've once again lost their heads in the team fight. The Orianna goes down, but with the Renekton going down too, Top Esports is start peeling back for their Callista, and Light is not going to have enough damage or presence in this fight. JackeyLove walks away with another from Xiao, who's got himself the Leandri is now. They'll back off. Can they catch him with this? Xiaohu out of Fog of War has a stun. No cleanse on Shaka, but I don't think it'll be enough. Dash over the wall. Umbra dash from 369. We'll seal it off for JackeyLove again. Xiaohu tried to teleport in to get that 1v2. Teleport back out on the map now from Hung. Top Esports have taken control of this game. Another target not getting damage down onto JackeyLove. JackeyLove is the main source of damage in this game. We go back to the Baron again, picture in picture. Can Weibo find a fight now? I don't know about it. Paranoia will be up if he wants to fly into the pit for a steal. Chrismo flash this time. Breathe on the flank. Here comes the Paranoia. Does he fly in? Yes, he does. It's not going to be a steal. And I think Weibo's divers have just dove straight into their graves. 2 dead, no steal. Top Esports control of the game. I feel like I'm going to be saying this a lot, but Top Esports, they didn't convince me in this game. Bad early game from Top Esports, clutched out in late game, is not the victories which Top Esports really wants to be having. These are not clean, confident games, but it has been enough. Weibo, the timer has elapsed. They've reached a point in the game where they've been outscaled through some misplays, and Light, for some reason, with a collect the 3rd item, is just not doing damage now. Gets Hunshook as well to make matters worse. Breathe will ult. He'll get the cleanse and the Mikhail's out of JackeyLove, but it's not going to be enough because he doesn't actually get any damage from it. Tibbers will die. Top Esports break the base. That's a nice line. Weibo were given their flowers. What to use with it, I suppose. Xiaohu on the flank has flash. 369 onto him again. Good damage. Happy to tank up. Tibbers goes down, and that's the Tibbers not there onto JackeyLove anymore. Here comes the Paranoia. You have to steal it against the Smite going into the Aatrox instead. The Redemption comes down, and it is an absolute all-out war in the shadows, and the steal somehow comes out from Tien. It's not going to be Ocean Soul, but where's the fight afterwards? Breathe into an absolute mess of melee. Light not doing enough damage in the backline, and JackeyLove is still alive. Dragon not claimed by Top Esports, but I think they can get the fight afterwards. 3 dead in their favor without losing anyone themselves. Weibo somehow get the objective, but it won't matter, and the Shockwave this time connects. 4 dead. Top Esports. Again, we'll say it once more, just so you get the message clearly. Not clean, but just about enough. Teleport into the mid lane, hitting the inhibitor. Weibo, the timer has elapsed, and the series will go the way of Top Esports. Baron not needed for this one. Light has really not been able to determine this game. Full engage onto him. He'll take down the Renata, but it won't be enough. He'll go down, and the wave clear with it. Turret's falling. Top Esports 2-0 in the first 2 days, but not without some question marks.